It do be that time again. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily Captivator Gaming, where we play Captivator every day. Let's see what we got in here so far. We got Mr. Nah Man, Nah Fam, Nah Man, same thing. Stream Elements, Storm Cell Cat. We have the great tragedy music thingy. Innovation, Cletos, Cleater. I'm gonna have to warm up my voice here for a second. Every day, someone kill me. Me first. Me first. Thank you, Name, for your gifted sub to the best developers ever. Let's see. There was also some stream streaks as well. Yep, Cleat with his 40-day stream streak. Very, very nice. And Pigeon with his 95 stream streak. Both of you are very, very, very high up there in those numbers. It'd be a shame if you got banned and could no longer do your streak. And I'm just messing with you. They call you Cleat, Cletus, Cleteros, and other names that may be inappropriate. Well, I'm definitely not going to read the other names that are inappropriate because I prefer to keep a Twitch channel. So that will not be read out loud. Soccer cleats. Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of cleat sometimes. Like, I think of, like, the shoe. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh, speaking of shoes, Creeper Pug was the one to mention that comment. Now, of course, Creeper Pug has a very specific history with shoes. Even more specifically, to narrow it down further, he has a very interesting history with left shoes. Also, Creeper, I remember seeing it in main chat, you got your arm cast off. How's that doing? Very rare to hear a new one. You've been called more names than you can remember. I'm sure some of them weren't even variants of Cleat. But yeah, Creeper, how is your arm doing? You said you got your arm cast off. You said something about it felt weird in main chat. So I'm just checking on you here. How's your arm? Also, I do have good news to report for V4. A milestone has been reached. Good, except they went... Oops, it went a little off the line. It's still slightly healing, so you have a brace now. Ah, okay. Okay, well, that's definitely very, very comforting. It's very comforting here when you take your arm, your cast off. The doctor's just like, oops, my bad. Forgot this one bit. It healed incorrectly. We need to break it again. Still slightly healing, so you have brace now, no cast. That's good, so can you use it fully then? They gave you a heat cut? That sounds terrifying. Well, that one UGC as soon as plenty of funds are done. You had to sell some limiteds for it. Bro is liquidating to help this guy out. I appreciate it on his behalf. But yes, progress on V4 is still happening, obviously. And no, nah, man, it is not me having turned on Roblox Studio. No, it's far, far farther along than just starting. But I was just going to say that I have actually... finished designing. So like I finished building all of the game's main UI. So it still needs to be scripted, but it's still nice to have it all built. That's what I do first. I go and I build all the UI and then I script it all. So I kind of like to like group similar tasks. So I do like a big scripting, like I just hammer the scripting, and then I hammer the UI, hammer like the map making, the modeling, you know, stuff like that. I kind of like to do similar tasks in batch like that. So yeah, it's nice. It's going to be nice to kind of change of pace, and I had to be making UI so much because it does get old after a while to do the same thing for a long period of time. Not old, I guess. I mean, it's like I don't still enjoy it. It's just a matter of, well, it's nice to switch it up and be able to do other aspects of the game. I could very well just kind of do a little bit of scripting, like a little bit of UI design here and there and whatever else, but it just makes more sense to me from like a progression standpoint to to do all of ones at the same time. Although, whenever I get a team someday, it's going to be difficult to transition to because I'm going to have to figure out how to have, you know, an artist and a programmer and a modeler and, you know, whatever else all working in tandem towards a completed goal instead of just doing one bit at a time. So that's going to be something to get used to. But you know what? People have done it before. So if they can do it, so can I. You're a real one. Here's a reason Fours is your favorite common writer. Thank you for telling me about your favorite common writer. Hydrate, mister. Like, I'll do it in a second. I'll hydrate in a second. I don't have coffee today, and so I'm just regular, uncaffeinated Storm. So, Storm, I should really take off a golden stick for stream. Yeah, no. I'm keeping golden stick for stream this time. I'm keeping golden stick. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You're really counting how long it's been since I drank water? Or since you redeemed your little thingy? I think you're so clever. I just think you're just a comedian. Is that it? UGC might not be so bad. Check main chat. Checking main chat. What am I looking at? Also, why are you using light mode? I haven't seen light mode in years. What are you doing this for, sir? You've been knocked out for like half the game. That's what happens when there's 2 golden sticks around. Because you have to use light mode to use the old website plugin. Oh, you have a plugin for it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that you had a plugin for that. I just assumed that you're just insane. Or like that you had gotten like the screenshot from someone else who was insane. Yeah, I would like to use those plugins that fix the website, but I don't. I know that there is a potential for stealing your account information from those, and so I sincerely doubt it would ever happen. But since there is that, more than 0 chance, I can't bring myself to actually just go and install one, despite the fact that I hate the way that they lay the website out. So this one has the source code out. Okay, that's nice. This is the only case it's acceptable to use light mode if there's an option. Yeah. They're pretty sure the heat cut just means they burn your skin a tiny bit with a saw. Because speed creates heat. Saw creates fast. Yes, but I don't think that... I don't think that's a heat cut. I think that's just a regular cut. I think you got medic from TF2 to operate on you. You wouldn't trust the plugins. They're cool but sketchy AF. Yeah, what's up, Enno? But yes, yeah, that's the thing. I used to use one. I think it was like Better Roblox or something like that. But I haven't used a website thingy in years. It was made by like a previous Roblox intern. His name was like WebGL something, like web something. You probably know who I'm talking about. But yeah, that was the only reason why I installed that one or trusted it, because it was made by a former, well, probably now former, but I think he might have been an intern at the time. It also has the old OBC background as an option. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. I would love to use that, except I still don't. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to do it. They were in training, but didn't know until after they were the one operating. Just assumed they meant watching. Oh, so the person who cut you open was in training. That's even more reassuring. One of the old ones you used got hacked, which is why you have 2-factor authentication now. Well, I mean, whatever inspires you to have better account security, I guess, but still. You should have had 2FA on like earlier. Did you get your account breached, Enno? Or was it just the plugin itself got hacked? It was fine, didn't get entered. That's good. If it's a pic of your main page, it goes hard. This is the one that was posted in the dev forum as well. I mean, something being posted in the dev forum doesn't add any legitimacy. But yeah, that's... Okay, I'm looking at it now. It's nice, I suppose. It doesn't look right, though. I feel like they tried to recreate the old website from memory and just didn't get it right. If that makes sense, because this doesn't look right at all. In fact, it does not. Yeah, it doesn't look right at all. It stung a little. See, it went, hey, I think you're cutting me a little. Next, we're actually started watching. I wonder why. Be like, just start screaming in agony and in pain, then the expert will actually start watching to make sure the noob is doing it right. The plugin itself got hacked to leak account info, so you just took precaution. You hate using 2-factor, though. The left side doesn't look right, or the front, or the font. Yeah, none of it looks right. It doesn't look right at all. It doesn't look right because they have to have the new icons for the games, and they set them as thumbnails, and also can't really remove the new homepage stuff that's below. The new homepage isn't too bad. Why can't they remove the new homepage stuff that's below? I don't know. It seems like a pretty low tier plugin. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, that plugin does not cook. I'm giving it my harshest judgment, but an honest judgment. That plugin indeed does not cook. I've seen better ones. In fact, actually, show us what a profile page looks like. Like you showed me the homepage. Show us a profile page. Maybe that'll be its redeeming factor. Thank you for the 1 bit and saying poo. We'll see if that's someone's super. Hey, super. Poo mention. No, nothing so far. Yeah, she's probably sprinting across the floorboards just trying to get to the computer. She's probably jumping up and down the keys right now to type. Yeah, send us a picture of the profile page with it. Perfect timing. Okay, so the profile page is a little bit better. It's a little better. At least it gets most of it right. I'll give it that much. I like how it. I always liked the old layout for profiles better. How it showed all the games on the side with drop down tabs. I always found that far nicer. And I also liked it whenever it just showed more in one frame on your monitor. Now you have to scroll forever just because everything's so jumbo sized. Yeah, the old web page, the old profile page was it was peak. It really was, and I've never liked their new layout for it. It's always sucked, in my opinion. I've never liked it. You know, those UGC accessory faces that use meshes instead of textured head meshes. You figured out how to make those. Cool. And made one. Nice. Sent. Yeah. I spied inaccuracies. It says you have BC. Yeah, they took away the ability for people to tell if what tier of Builders Club you have. So it probably just checks to see if you have Premium, and then just says that you have Builders Club. But yes, for all intents and purposes, I have Outrageous Builders Club. Thank you very much. I refuse to call it Premium 220 or 2200. You can't check the tier. I don't think you can. I don't think it displays that information anymore. It used to be able to, of course, check to see if somebody had Builders Club, Turbo Builders Club, or Outrageous Builders Club. I think that all it tells you now. Well, if you were still able to check that sort of thing, you would be able to check to see what tier of Premium the person has, right? So it would tell you if they have Premium first number, Premium second number, third number. I can't remember what they are. They're so unmemorable and just arbitrary numbers. It's hard to actually. The branding is horrible, absolutely horrible. I have to go check every time if I try to recite what the tiers of Premium are out there. I don't even want to say Premium correct. Damn it. I don't even want to say Premium correctly. I want to make fun of it every single chance I get. It's the dumbest decision ever. It sounds stupid. Premium. Yes, Pigeon. Premium money, premium more money, premium give us all your money. Essentially, yes. I understand the sentiment behind changing the name of Builders Club. Because back in old Roblox, everyone was, actually everyone was just making their own places. And everyone had a pretty good shot at getting the front page too. It was building was just as much of a focus as playing was. But now, the community is pretty much just solely focused on playing. The building aspect is from a communal standpoint, has gotten really, really shoved under the rug with the added complexity of everything. And with the fact that a lot of games nowadays are just so unkillable titans that it's made it near impossible for any 10-year-old little baby storm cells to get back up on the front page again. Because whenever I was 10, or maybe it was 11 by that time, but I actually had my game as number 1. On multiple occasions, Escape Jail Lobby was the most played game on Roblox. It had the most players, so I can lay claim to that. At one point, I was there. But sadly, we have fallen off, chat. We have fallen off. The Dark Ages, they came. Well, I mean, I'd already fallen off on the front page, far before the Dark Ages hit, but it's still fun to say that I fell off. Let's see. You don't like building either, only playing. You had to be there. You had to be. Imagine if you actually felt like whenever you built something in like a week, you had a chance of getting on the front page, though. Like that, you'd be far more incentivized to build things. And imagine if you got ticks every time somebody visited your place. And then with that ticks, you got to buy cool hats, right? And trade it for Robux, because that was a thing too. You know? Yeah? It's starting to sound a bit more incentivized. But then you have to learn how to play and build. Building was easy. It was like glorified Legos, my guy. It was not hard. People didn't go nearly in depth as they do now, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Bad for the culture. What was that one build mode? You could set a game where anyone could build. Those were called personal servers. The way that would work is any one game or any one place at the time could only have one server running, and any changes that were made in that server would save even after that server closed. So it was a persistent server, essentially. And they called it personal servers. It was really cool because you can go in there and build with your friends. I remember we had like this whole we did this thing where, and this is ancient lore, ancient Storm Cell lore, but we had a game that we had made. We generated some terrain, and since it was a personal server, any changes that you made there would be, of course, saved, right? So what we did is we created a community, and we charged people Robux for having a house built in that community. No, we made it into actual business. I kid you not. We had customers. People actually paid us to have a house in the personal server. We made like our own little like private, we sold property essentially. And we sold property. It was actually kind of goated. It was like the B tool. Like that was a stamper tool era. That was a stamper tool era, and with like terrain and stuff. Roblox scraping now. No, we sold land in private servers. You added landlords to Roblox. Yeah. Reminds me of malls and Blockgate. Well, the thing is with that, it's probably more of like a matter of there's infinite, like there's infinite space, right? But this was limited space, limited virtual land. That sounds familiar. Reminds me of like all the NFT shit. Remember making a personal server? We had a custom random people join. We made a fountain. Woke up to find it destroyed the next day. Yep. Oh, actually, one more thing about our little land selling business. If anyone didn't pay, like if anyone didn't pay us, we had a contingency plan. We had a contingency plan. You know what? Before I tell y'all, can you guess what our contingency plan was? The house cartel, storm cell, the landlord era. You grieved? Kind of close, but in a far more fun way and far more premeditated. You DDoSed them. No, we didn't DDoS them. No, more guess. You drew balls. No, we did not draw nuts. I'll give y'all a hint. If any of you remember the stamper tool, like the associated tools with that, then that'll be a hint for you. Does anyone remember the stamper tool? It was like this tool that you could use to insert a bunch of different blocks and furniture and stuff. And some of the things you could insert were like functional objects, so you could like wire them together. Yeah, I figured you would remember it, Cleep, but like, does anyone else remember that? Someone fixed it? It doesn't surprise me. He murdered their family in front of them. When you're playing on a personal server and accidentally fire a rocket into this guy. You vaguely remember? Flood their house with furniture, bombs, explosives. Alright, no. So what we would do is when they were offline and we were building that house for them, since the whole game used terrain. Right? And that was back when terrain had more of like that blocky look to it. It wasn't smooth terrain like they enforce now. So we would put C4 under their house just in case anything ever went awry. and we would wire all that C4 to a hidden switch. So if anyone didn't pay, we would just, since we're the only ones who can get to the switch, obviously, because we're the only ones with like tools to build, because you could set permission levels. What we would do is we would delete a block, exposing the switch, flip the switch, it would set off all the C4 under the house and just completely eradicate the terrain around it and explode the crap out of whatever was there. You could set permissions. Yes, Andrew, you could set permissions. You could set permissions. The wars I fought. You know, you could set permissions this entire time. So the landlord cartel. No, it's just being a regular landlord but with an insurance policy. The wars I fought to keep my builds alive. Now, I actually want to make like a game that facilitates that same type of thing. I want to recreate personal servers. It's definitely possible. I mean, it's not like it's not really like a crazy thing to think or imagine. It's very possible. I want to make it again. Ola Storm, what's up, Blazer? Good to see you again. Kids these days don't understand. Yes, so we're talking about how I started a landlord cartel in old Roblox. What does this funny switch do? Explodes their house. Data stores and messaging service, probably. I mean, I don't know if I might. Could be resource intensive. Not really. I mean, if you, because okay, so here's the thing. You obviously want to save pretty much two things globally for like a persistent server. You want to save the terrain, which could get intensive if you're not efficient with how you store that information, and any blocks or like pieces of furniture on there. Now you want to get as non-granular with that information as possible, because again, you're saving a lot of stuff per world. So what you'd want to do is only save like the position of non-rotated parts and stuff like that. Can we get hell divers, brother? I wish. No, don't get me on about hell divers. Don't get me on about hell divers. Believe me, I am absolutely obsessed with that game. I was playing it before stream, but I have made the commitment to play this game, being my game, to help promote it, until it doesn't need me to do that anymore. So once this game can stand on its own and doesn't need me to sit here and babysit it and prop it up like a little sapling trying to grow, then I'll be able to branch out and actually stream things that I would much more enjoy playing recreationally. Not that I don't enjoy my own game, but I've been playing it every day for about 100 days now. I'm no liar. It gets a little getting old sometimes, but you know what? We're still here anyway. Like saving only furniture A instead of saving the mesh and color. Yeah, I mean, save. That's another thing, that you don't save the actual model. Save a reference to the model. Be like, okay, there's a toilet here, right? Save the fact that there is a toilet in its orientation. See what I mean? And make the string that represents toilet as short as possible, just to help on that character limit. Because whenever with Roblox data stores, they save it all in double knock. Nice. They save it all in a JSON string, right? And that string has a max character limit, so you want to try and be as efficient with that as possible. What's the icon on Storm Cell dollars? You want to try and figure out what the open world game's about. The icon, yeah. So anyone who doesn't know, the channel point icon for the stream, the little Storm Cell dollars down there, purposely misspelled. Storm just left us. Oh, sorry, my autopilot didn't go in for you guys. My bad. Yeah, so that little icon is from an unfinished and unreleased open world game that I had been working on before I stopped to work on something else, before I stopped to work on Captivator. So that is a little picture of my Roblox character. I was going to put myself on the money to be funny. So when the game finally does launch someday, also 6 world pieces, nice. When the game finally does launch someday, they're gonna have like little stacks of money with my face on it. It's gonna be fun. You throw a capsule blindly and walk on it. No, you just hit me directly with it. Can play Hell Dodge with your friend. Nice. Have fun, my gun. My guy, not my gun. So Jarbite mentioned earlier, you got an icon. Are you trying to piece it together, are you? Pigeon's trying to piece it together. He's trying to piece it together. He does not know. He'll never figure it out. We'll never figure it out. He just assumes it would be like... preposterous. The open world game is about landlords. Yes, actually, it's about landlords. You divulge my secrets there. Yep. It's actually about landlords. You have to buy property, and there's going to be a limited amount of property in the entire game that all the players have to share. So the price of land will start to skyrocket. We're going to have housing issues. There's going to be homeless people. It's going to be great. It'd actually be a pretty funny game to try and emulate a limited amount of land in the virtual space and then make players fight over it. Like, fight over it like in an economy setting. Like, we've already had people fighting over it with, you know, swords and weapons in Minecraft. Now I had to make people fight over it with the economy. Beat homeless people outside 7-Eleven. That does sound funny. You have to unlock the world with Strom sale dollars. Can we overthrow the government, this said game? If not, it's closed world. No, you cannot overthrow the government. Are you talking about like the actual game I'm making, or are you talking about the one, like the limited land one that I just, you know, pulled out of my ass just now? Because the limited land one I think would be pretty funny. It's definitely very, very difficult to expand upon. The limited land one. No, I mean, you know what? It's probably never going to get made. So sure, you can overthrow the government. Absolutely. Have fun. You can literally do anything in this game. You can play Helldivers remotely in this game because it doesn't exist and will never exist, probably, unless I get bored one day and decide to put a bunch of Roblox kids through the housing crisis. Overthrow the government just means more housing. How would people acquire land? I have no idea. Now it would probably have to be something along the lines of like, maybe like when the game first starts, there's a bunch of land that's available to be sold, and then maybe people could like do jobs or something, or maybe like buy in-game money with Robux. And Anna's got a little pud going on there. Buy in-game money with Robux to like buy land, and then they can sell that land to other players, something like that. So you're just simulating land IRL. Yeah, exactly. How would you determine the rich in this situation? Now, people who got in early. People who got in early and had generational wealth would be the only ones successful in this game. This is one of the best characters you've made. He's a pretty good character. Classic landlords. Indeed. Now, I did have a game idea similar to this one time, but it's not, you know, quite as preposterous. Inno says I will own every home in that game. Imagine like there's like a super late stage version of this where somebody actually just manages to take over the entire map. Think of how crazy that would be. They actually managed to take over the entire map, just buy out everything. They would shut the game down at that point because they'd have total control of the entire economy. You need to add the government to maintain the economy. You're gonna take one house and they're gonna give it to Inno. No, yes, Pigeon, you're gonna be like the guy from Up. He just has like his little old person house in the middle of like a big city. You know, this would actually be a very fun like social experiment type game. But the problem is with it is like I'm trying to make games that like are, you know, sustainable over a long period of time. This was like this idea that we have here. It would have a limited life because if one person ended up becoming a super tycoon and took over everything, then the game would become unplayable at that point. So I don't know. It's a really fun idea. I would like to do it rather than to not do it. We just had some details to iron out. But essentially, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, I forgot how we got in this conversation. Oh yeah, because I remember now because we're talking about personal servers and talk about how I was made like a whole landlord business in old Roblox. And real story, by the way. You had to be here. You had to be here. But so that made me come up with the idea for a game where there's a limited amount of land, like the entire game, not just like per server, like the entire game. There's a limited amount of land, so probably only like one server that can run one server game, like 100 players in it maybe. And in that game, you can buy land set to other players, right? It would be very interesting to see how that develops. Highlight captivator. Use the captivator command. What a king! Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how that develops. To see how players make business deals with each other and try and accomplish or steal more land. Like we're literally just talking about what real life is like, though. The people who are early would have generational wealth and have an advantage over the new gens. It would be far, far worse for new players than Captivator ever was. If we took it a step further, though, and said that you could like create your own businesses in this game, and you can like employ the new players, they can work for whatever your offering rate is. The super tycoons. Imagine there's like a three-way monopoly between like a group of players. And they just control the entire economy of the game and just fork all the new players, pay them like $1 an hour. You could just do future updates by passing laws. Imagine V2 of Landlord game is just taxes. The tax update. The real question is this, Storm. Could I bribe you to get cheap deals? In a scummy, slummy game like this? Probably. Probably not that. I want to see it, like, I want to see the economy develop naturally. Just get your highlight message pinned. Add gasoline to the game. This needed to power cars and make an election. If the dinosaur wins, the gas goes up by 600%. Now, I did have a game idea similar to this one time, but it's not so domineering. It would be like real life with bribes. No, because you could definitely bribe other players, but like if you bribed me, that would be like trying to bribe like a deity of this world. Because I would have to intervene as little as possible to keep the economy from becoming too dang it keep the economy from becoming rigged. What if you had to hire people to make bricks and furniture? Yeah, we're basically just emulating real life at this point. It would be like bribing the government, which happens. Yeah, true. I'll just make myself the dictator of this world. I'll make myself the dictator of this capitalistic world. And if you want to... Hello. Nice face. Very good face, very good face. If you want to have a little bit of land in this world, yeah, I'll keep some reserves off for myself, and I'll just like slowly sell it to people. This is such a horrible idea for a game. But the funny part is that it would work. This is exactly the kind of thing that would work on Roblox. Hop off, ban him, Stormy's mean. Hey, that's your job. To ban him. Fire it well. I was playing. Life is Roblox, but in the inverse. With the inverse. Main chat explained the hitbox. I choose to ignore. To be fair, people have made many sacrifices to their god throughout history. This would be a very, very interesting social experiment of a game. One server emulates the real world economy. Emulates the real world economy. Oh, that's that hitbox? Yeah, Pigeon. That's just because that is because that big ass hat is big. Time him out. Dibs on 3 acres of land. Imagine it'd be really cool though, like because it would start off small, and if it was kind of like Minecraft in the sense you could like go over and get resources and get resources, wood, iron, and such like that. It would start off small, but like I guess all the land, like all the segments of land would be pre-owned by me, I guess, and I would just sell them off to the players. I guess just people who bought money or something. I don't know. How would people claim land? I'll make the Rossi cartel in-game. You sell land? Yeah. I'd probably have to like, because if I just made it where you just lay claim to land, then one player would just claim the entire map as soon as the game starts, right? Can I bribe you to allow only me in the game for the first 5 minutes? Can I have 3 acres of land? My landlord days are coming back. If anyone wasn't here, I'll retell the story really quick. In old Roblox, there were these things called personal servers. And the way the personal servers worked is it was like a 1-server game, but everything in that server saved. And so in old Roblox, me and a friend of mine actually started like a landlord business. And we had like this island, and we charged people Robux for us to build them a house on that island. And of course, since everything saved, with it being a personal server, it was like a consistent living world, so it was really cool. Yeah, it's just business. There's no laws. How much land would there be? I don't know. It'd probably sizably big, because if you didn't make enough land, then the game would be pretty much come to a community-wide stalemate really quick. Lord business. It would come to a community-wide stalemate pretty quick. You'd probably have to make so much land that it would be unreasonably expensive to purchase all of it. Even as a super sweat, like when the game first launches. That way, there's even the people who either fork out a lot of money to buy in-game cash to buy land with, or people who just grind a lot won't just be able to get an early domination of the entire map, right? This is a great first message to see. Hey, that's how Minecraft works. What do you think villager trading halls are? Do you just have infinite cash, Storm Cell? All the cash comes from your spendings? What do you mean? Like, I think my role in it would just be that I essentially pre-own all the land, or I play the role as the government, and players can just buy in-game money with Robux to purchase plots of land, if that kind of makes sense. There's gonna be flippers who buy land cheap and sell high. Yeah, and the thing is, like, the property value would like matter too, because like land that's like developed with houses would be more like worth more, and land that's like closer to like amenities on like the map, like like sources of food and water would be worth more. This is literally just real life. Gotta keep the rent down, says Inno. Inno's gonna start a low income housing neighborhood. Keep your trash off the sidewalk. This sounds like a really cool game. Anarchy. Yeah, imagine if you could kill other players too. I mean, then again, that's kind of just becoming a little bit too much like Minecraft factions, actually. Because we're kind of talking about more of a war via business in this scenario. It's a business type game. It's an economy simulator. You feel like you should have to hire people to generate building materials so people can't grief as easy? Well, I mean, people wouldn't be able to grief because they wouldn't be able to just build on like your plots of land, right? So it would be protected. But in order to build things, you would need like materials and stuff. You can't stop the storm, so auto-walk AI. Exactly. Exactly. This is the Subway Surfers. The conversation which you come here for. The Subway Surfers is what keeps your little tension spans engaged. Economic war, capitalism. Now I'm gonna go make it steal your idea. I wouldn't know where to start. Yeah, that's the thing. Even the thing is though, even if somebody tried to steal my idea, that would just piss me off, and then I would do it better. Like, I've made that decision before. Like, even back in the dark ages, even like before I decided to work on Captivator again, I thought to myself, if somebody tried to steal Captivator and remake it, I would dedicate my life to just one-upping them, just to kick their ass, and then just really rub it in their face. Captivator is my baby, and it will stay that way. Let's see. When you say grief, you mean buy plots of land and dump ugly, laggy builds on them? Yeah, I mean that's economic. That's economic sabotage. It'd be like a height limit. Only like specific zones. There's like zoning laws, and it determines how high you can build. I start with the title. I don't have Roblox Studio downloaded. We both know how creative yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like anyone's gonna steal my idea. And like I said, even if I did, like even if they did, I would just be pissed off and then do it better. how much land would there be, and how big would each plot be? I don't know. I mean, that would really depend a lot on like, kind of, almost like halfway through you'd have to kind of determine that, just because you wouldn't be able to determine how much land there should be, or how big each plot should be, or how much like each plot should cost, like from the get-go. And that's another thing too, is you probably want to like adjust the prices, because you wouldn't want one person to be able to buy all the land cheap. Like when the game first starts, you'd probably want to sell like the inner bits of land cheaper to get the games going, and then sell like the outer bits of land for a more expensive price. That way, there's still like it kind of curbs the expansion a little bit, and it makes it to where new players down the road can still get into the game, albeit for, of course, for a higher price. Maybe even require people to unionize to get updates added. Yeah, and unions go against their employers. I would not be the employer. I would be the government. New law. I would be managed democracy. I will control the low-income housing to keep them down while I work towards higher-priced homes. You want to play a game? Update, now it crashes when you try to play it. Absolutely incredible programming. It do be like that. Thankfully we have Captivator, which doesn't have bugs. I'm sure that something like this has been done before, but this is kind of like a large-scale multiplayer social experiment type thing. What would the game name need to be? Well, if it was a Roblox type thing, then it would be economy simulator, but I cannot use the word simulator because of the negative connotation it has on Roblox, so I'd have to call it something else. Call it business. Business land. Businesslandia. Only features here at Captivator. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're featured. Well, it's a good thing you're not bugged. Oh, I think Inno got him. You went kaboom. Land model integration system. Perfect name. Now, I think this would be really cool. The only problem with it is that it would take a lot of effort, because you would want to allow people to do everything from like the pilgrimage type stuff, like the mining, the cutting down, wild forests and stuff like that. You'd have to create like a whole system for that, like a whole survival system on top of on top of like an economy system, right? Because you would want it to be able to evolve to the point where people could somehow create businesses, and then like there'd be like a business where, like, you know what I mean? If they're going to employ people, they have to create a business there, unless they all... You know what, honestly, if I just want to save myself a ton of time and effort, I should just make it all, like, quote-unquote roleplay based, and just give people the ability to drop items. Yeah, scams will be prolific, but you know what? That's just business. Why make an official system for these things? So just make like the survival system like at base, and then all like the higher tier forms of capitalism can be done by handshake agreements. You want to mine some trees here? Please buy this plot of land. Give me gamble, Stormy. Well, then people can start casinos. You're right. Imagine like the late stage in this game, people start their own freaking casinos, like they have blackjack tables and stuff. It would be against TOS, so it'd have to be like underground, right? Because like I'd have to ban people if they did that. But imagine they did that, like some guy just gets rich off of rigged casinos they make in the game. No me gamble. Yeah. There you go. This would be interesting. And laggy. Very laggy. But yeah, here you go. Did I get it yet? Yes, I did. It would be fun. It would definitely be fun. Like I said, it's definitely hard to expand upon, just because, like, let's say, like, late stage the game happens, like you've already got your like major tycoonists. Maybe even like worst case scenario, they stop coming online, so they just have like an inactive person that just owns everything. It might have to be some kind of degradation system, or like a degenerating system. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like if you don't come online for a certain amount of time, like your plots of land get indexed by the government, and they get indexed by the government. And they start going back to me to be resold. That's actually possible. That's a way to keep it going. Add a new continent. Sorry, discover a new continent. If you don't pay taxes in times, the government takes your home. If you don't make enough money, yeah, there's an ownership tax. There's a property tax. Actually, that would be a very effective way of making sure that people don't just dominate the map. But at the same time, it would kind of kill the spirit of the game. It's like the more property you have, the more property you have, right? Like the higher taxes you must pay. It's like a certain amount of cash per real world time, calculated by how much property you have. And if you don't pay on time, like if you go delinquent, it starts to index your properties. It starts to take them back to recoup the losses based on the value of that property, just like your life. Taxes should be added in a later government. We gradually add. Sorry, in a later update, we gradually add government. Legendary gamble, yeah, sure. There you go. I don't know, this sounds doable. Because people would, like, the only way at this point we would soft lock the game is if somebody was super active, so like that their land never degenerated. Super active, so their land never degenerated, and come on. There you go. Jeez. Super active, so their land never degenerated, and if they were very, very, very profitable, so they're always able to pay their property taxes. Gamble game. Yo, what's up, Skilly? I see you're playing Subnautica. I just got the notification for it. Hello, Skilly. It's good to see you again. What brings you here today? Good old Skill 24. We're talking about virtual land. Not a word. Not a word. We're talking about virtual land. He's stalking me. I'm not stalking you. I'm just keeping tabs. There's a difference. Big difference. Big difference. But now we're talking about the prospect of making a game where it's like one server, one living server of 100 players, and everyone has to like fight in this economy to purchase and to own and to develop a limited amount of land. Like I said, not a word, Skilly. Not a word. Only Skilly knows what I'm talking about when I say that. But yeah, Skilly, I don't think I ever told you. Or maybe if I did, you just forgotten, or like we haven't talked about it in a long time. But Skilly, do you remember personal servers back in old Roblox? How they were like those one server games where like any changes that you made would get saved? Yes, you do. I knew you would. Right. So did I ever tell you how me and that one guy made a? Oh, I lost connection. Cool. We made a like a landlord business. Like we generated like a big blob of terrain, and we charged people Robux like to build houses on it. Did I tell you about that? Because that's what started this whole thing. You think I did tell you about it? Okay, nice, yeah. Storm wants to bring landlords to Roblox again. Yes, to do so. So we're discussing a way to make that work, but like make it sustainable over like a longer period of time. So we've essentially kind of come to the conclusion that there could be a game with 100 players, one server, like any like new servers that try to open up and just get shut down, I guess. And they make a limited amount of land in that server, and you, in order to get that land, you had to like buy with in-game money. But you could spend Robux to get in-game money, so you could that'd be like the revenue income for me as the government. And to keep the late stages of the game from soft locking when everyone owns everything, there could be like a thing in place, like if you don't log on to like a certain amount of time, your land starts to get resold to the public again. And there could also be another mechanic, though. If you like, the more like cells of land that you own, the more taxes you'll owe on it, like every week. And if you don't make enough money with that land, then you'll go bankrupt, you'll be like behind your taxes, and then your land will start to be gradually indexed by the government to recoup that loss. That's another way of keeping the game going, because like I said, if you don't have systems like that in place, then the game will get soft lock eventually, because everyone will own it. Like 2 people or 3 people will own everything. A storm cell stream, yes. You're going to snipe the launch of the land and buy it all first. It would cost a lot. It would cost a lot to do something like that, Skilly. Because I've already thought of several safeguards that could keep something like this from happening. You could also do it. We do it in real life, which is discover more land. Like, what if you added new servers as continents, and over time they get discovered, and possibly eventually space? Well, you want to keep it all on one server. I think that's part of it. You're off to plunder Subnautica. All right, all right. Thank you for the visit, Skilly. Same pigeon, same. Like open TTD. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it does not surprise me, Pigeon, that you're experiencing some burnout. Does not surprise me at all. Do Swado have mod commands in game? I'm pretty sure they do. Yes. Well, if they know how to use them. You should emote with me. Would there have to be car companies? How big would the map be? I mean, at this point, like, if you're gonna try and like add everything that real life has, I mean, it's just become so massive in scope that it's not going to be ever possible. Especially as a solo developer. If Pigeon falls off, Captivator falls off. No. If I fall off, Captivator falls off. I keep this game alive with streams. So it would have to be kind of like, there would have to be like some kind of stop, like some kind of like stop, like point at which the technology of the game stops. The funny, you know, she's trying to take you to that one game where she sits and looks through 1 billion emotes for an hour and you do nothing. I've had the same experience. Trust me, don't go there. But yeah, yeah, this economy simulator game. It's quite funny, quite funny indeed. I think it would be pretty neat. What are we speaking of? We're talking about a theoretical game that I kind of had the idea for. Essentially, there would be one server, like one persistent server of like 100 players. So like only 100 people will be able to play at once. And in that server, there would be like a set amount of land. And it would be kind of like real life in the sense that, like, you know, players would buy land and try and develop it, put businesses on it, sell land to other players. And so we're trying to like think about how this theoretical game would evolve over time and how to keep it from just soft locking itself when, you know, 2 or 3 people own the entire game. What if people could place teleporters in the land instead, so people could strategically buy land opposite ends of the map, place teleporters, and then charge people to use those teleporters? I mean, that would be like a service that you could make. A teleportation service. Yeah, that's another thing, is like, you know, how does transportation work? Since it would, you know, obviously be quite a big map. Then you'd probably have to have some kind of transportation. Like, are you going to have, like, you know, are you going to let people build their own car, like factories? Are you going to let people build train tracks? And if you're going to let people build train tracks, well, that's a lot of land that you need to own in a row. And like, what if you want to, you know, build a train track through something, right? Well, suddenly, then you have to go and like make a deal with the owner of that land, who has the advantage, is just going to charge you at the ass for it. Then you better make sure that train track is very, very profitable. Because if you don't, then all that land that you own to make that train track across the map, jeez, it's so loud, will run you a lot in property taxes when tax time comes. And if you don't pay your taxes, the government takes your land back and resells it. So what if part of your train track got taken back, like that specific land that its track is sitting in, got taken back by the government, and then resold to some random, and then you're already experiencing financial like destitution in this game. Then on top of that, someone owns a critical part of your infrastructure, and they just delete it. Easy, just go to Club Penguin route, open map and click location. Nah, it wouldn't be like that. It'd be more interesting. Imagine the lawsuits when someone rides that train with a stolen track. Now imagine somebody loses like a part of land that has like a junction or something, and then somebody gets their hands on it, and they end up like kind of like hijacking the track for their own train service. Basically, you're imagining your own dystopia. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. I think the implications of what could happen would be fantastical. Honestly, I would love to see something like this. I would love to see how something like this would play out. That's what I'm gonna say. Maybe someday I'll make something like that. Because I've had a game idea similar to that before, but I've never really, in recent years, thought of it like this, like in this depth. Never let this man run for president. I'm talking about a video game, okay? Kids can learn from an early age how the housing crisis can evolve. Okay, imagine this though. Imagine everyone just cuts down all the trees to build houses, but they don't plant more, and then so all of a sudden the entire map just doesn't have trees. Except for that one guy that owns like a forest, and then suddenly the property value of his place just skyrockets into the millions because he's the only guy with wood. Storm, they have TF2 emotes. Yeah, I know they stole TF2 emotes, so that's not a big deal. And escape. Like someone charges people to ride their train, and someone buys the track and charges the train to pass through their land, so the riders just get double charged. What if trees required a month to regrow? People fighting and killing over a single twig. Make it more realistic. Yeah. Something like that. Because like this game would be very much based on real world time. I mean, technically it's all real world time, but so like imagine you like replant like a tree seed, and then just trees take a long time to grow. Honestly, if trees take a long time to grow, that probably makes wood one of like the most profitable businesses in the entire game. Because like you would need wood for everything. Like you need wood for building train tracks. You need wood for building houses. For building anything really. You see what I mean here? It's like if you can make a fat penny just from owning a lot of land and planting trees on it and selling that wood. Capitalism, the game, or experience. You feel like this could be considered an experience. Now, I'm a game developer, not an experience developer. What is bro talking about? I joined 5 minutes ago. Capitalism. Skippy toilet is bad. What if we went to evolve from the Stone Age? Well, I guess that'd be like crafting or something. And like just mining of resources and craft different things together for like more just read what Inno said. For more like technologically advanced things. Inno goes, I'll go the cartel route. I need many pickup trucks. We will block off roads and take money. That's one thing is like, do you allow violence in this game, or do you make it all purely economy based? Because if you allow violence, then it's going to be a very, very different environment. Because then you have to have like NPC police and stuff, and that's all kinds of problems. Can we manufacture drugs? If this was not a Roblox game, yes. Don't legally allow violence. Where do we get metal? I mean, it would probably be like a survivalist type thing. Like at base game, like you'd be able to like go to mines and like forests and such to get wood and stone and iron, coal, critical components like that. Don't legally allow violence, but allow loopholes. Crime would need heavy punishments. I mean, the death penalty could definitely be a thing. Like if you get the death penalty, then you're just banned. If you give someone the death penalty, they're just banned from the game. Like that account is just gone, and then all their assets are just liquidated. I want to make something like this. I do. I don't want to. It makes sense to call it Economy Simulator, but I want to call it that. Storm seems like a late game Storm Cell Studios project. Maybe. So jail is a temporary ban. You need to be a person in charge of each. You need a person in charge of each division, like someone who makes the law systems. I mean, I don't think I would add PvP. I think because I want the focus of this theoretical game to be more revolving around something like, again, economy. Because like if it's not that, then you can just take a rocket launcher and just blow everything up. You know what I mean? You know, sure there can be, you know, like, sure there could be NPC police that keep you from doing these things or, like, you know, punish you for it, but if you give people any kind of law-breaking abilities, then it's going to become bad really quick. Now, we're talking about legal terrible things to do to people. Like, again, owning, like, cornering the market on housing and then charging players insane prices for small houses, you know? The land legal would have land disputes. Pizza. Hello, Storm. So hello, Gustav. And hello, Mr. Pizza Man. Quick query for anyone in chat for our dear pizza agent here. Has anyone had pizza today? Will you add inflation to this game? Add elections to the game. I mean, I think that inflation would just happen naturally because, like, let's say, for example, like the price of wood. If everyone chops down all of the all of the forests in this game, then he who owns a tree farm or like land where, you know, trees are grown, then the price of wood would be very, very inflated because, you know, low quantity and high demand. You have not. Actually, as you're eating it right now, it tastes kind of bad. I know it's had pizza, very good. Yeah, slice at work, nice. Had lunch for pizza yesterday. Eat pizza ASAP. You have had pizza day. There's a lot of pizza enjoyers in chat, actually. Elections, let people vote. The Big Pine Cartel. I'm proud of all the people who have pizza. You're gonna get pizza tomorrow. Nice, nice. Homegrown mushrooms would never. I think this would be a very, very interesting game. Gustav's shiitake business. Shiitake mushrooms. I would go into debt buying his shrooms. If this was not a like, if I chose to make this game, right? We're just having fun making a game idea, right? If I chose to make this game, and if I happen to not be on Roblox at the time, I'm absolutely adding hard drugs. But then again, I guess that would kind of also insinuate the existence of law, because it's no fun to make a drug business if it's not against the law. There's no risk, you know? So there'd have to be some kind of law put into the game. So that's something entirely different. We can make it sugar instead of drugs because it has sugar dealers instead. Can we add a stock market and add a 5% chance for stocks to greatly fall and recreate the Great Depression? So you're making Grand Theft Auto? Does Grand Theft Auto have all this stuff? If so, I'm downloading Grand Theft Auto. It's not drugs if it's legal, it's medicine. You need violence if you add drugs. I just get Skeleton, are you joining? Storm Cell GTA. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I think this sounds like a very, very, very fun, like, social experiment type of game. Does Jerry Juice count as a drug? Now, I mean, the whole, like, appeal of drugs in real life is that people get addicted to them, so there would have to be some kind of, you'd have to find a way to recreate a vice in the form of a gameplay element. Like, some kind of, there'd have to be, like, again, a risk/reward. Even for, like, customers as well. Make sense? Because, like, you know, in a game, like, you're not going to be able to get high. Like, you can look at your character do it, and it'll be funny, but it's not going to give you any kind of real risk. There has to be some kind of gameplay risk to make it to where it's now a vice, if that makes sense. There's a drug mod for Minecraft. It's pretty cool. I would play that with you. Deadass. You get stat boost, but if the timer runs out, you get slowly damaged. Yeah, something like that, but I feel like it's a bit cheap. We got somebody explain addictions with Plants vs. Zombies, and it was generally the best way it's ever been explained to you. Nice. I was worried. I'd given it to at least 9,000 orphans. I think the real question is I think the real question is if somebody actually managed to become a super tycoon. I mean, actually, you know what? That wouldn't work, because if somebody became a super tycoon, just owned the entire thing, right? Then there would be no way for anyone else to make money. And eventually the property taxes that they would be paying would become so much because they own the entire map that they wouldn't be able to retain that empire. And so land would slowly get put back up for sale by the government. Makes you temporarily faster, but a chance of being perma-banned. If it increases the more you do it. So death. Maybe death should be more like a perma wipe instead of perma ban, so you can still play the game afterward. You watch Gustav OD on his couch in Minecraft when he's testing his drugs. So you made to me 4-hour video essays on random stuff. Be so random we can watch the whole thing in one sitting. Nice. You should watch a video about how PL Badwater is a good map. Could there be like a recession, and then if someone owned an empire and all the people left it, it won't be able to sustain itself because of the property taxes. Then and nobody has anything. Well, I mean, it would kind of fix itself because, like I said, if one person owned everything, then there would be nothing left for anyone else to make money with. Well, unless they just facilitated ways for people to. Well, there needs to be like a way for the common man to generate income, like generate new dollars. If it, yeah. Aside from just purchasing it with Robux. Imagine somebody like totally dominated the game, and then some absolute rich kid just came in and just dropped like $3,000 into my bank account in real life, and then just bought so much in-game money they just buy out the entire map, or like buy out half of it to give them competition. You have to work for the man. Yes. Yes, you do. Do captivators and runners eat, drink, or sleep? Well, I mean, the runners do. The captivators don't, because they are robots. They run off batteries, probably. And V4, I need to remove this area up here. Let's like delete the ladder or something. Keep like the little perch as like a testament of what once was. I get rid of the ladder. Do the captivators have to recharge? Yes. Yes, they do. Probably. This game is so realistic that it uses IRL down past... Oh no. Oh no. No, equal playing field for all. There are no genetics involved in this. Just capitalism. Just business. At a supermarket where you can buy olive oil with sapphires. If I buy them all, the captivator is shut down. Imagine the captivators were privy to the economy too. There's actually just some business out there where captivators just have like a legitimate operation, so they can fund their efforts in the field. It's so hard to free people on farm for not breaking out right next to the jail. Yep, farm sucks. If you can buy money with Robux, the people who pass down money IRL would rise to the top in this game too. I mean, you're not wrong, but stretching a bit, but you're not wrong. Buy a captivator to defend your home for only 100,000 strong still dollars. Captivator Security Solutions Co. Yeah, there's actually just businessmen captivator out there who are just running security for clubs and like big businessmen and stuff like that. The Yakuza from Japan employs the captivators to be their enforcers. Would landlords just be slenders and game devs? I mean, either that or people who are just very economically savvy. Because like if people, you know, let's say for example somebody like works in like the pre-existing shops created by one player, and they get like enough money to buy like their own land somewhere, or they make a deal, or you know, find some kind of way to get like their own bit of land, and then they can start their own business on that land. So you know, there's ways where people would be able to like, you know, kind of climb up the ladder. This is literally just real life. We're talking about emulating real life in a very simple form in a game. You get jobs, you work for the man, you work for the rich people who were rich before, you know. I'll be so sad if the Creeper Casino goes out of business. Well, the thing is, if we make it to where people can purchase in-game money with Robux, which obviously like you know have to in order to make income on this game, that if I allow people to gamble and do like casinos, that would be directly against the Roblox terms of service, because I think Roblox allows gambling, and don't quote me on this obviously, but I think Roblox allows gambling, but only if it's with money that is not obtained through Roblox purchases in any way, shape, or form. Right? So if people were running casinos, then they would just get banned. Because it would be against Roblox terms of service, and facilitating that type of thing would just be a risk to myself. So you would have to make a rule that people cannot create any form of gambling with this in-game money, since again it can be obtained with Robux. So anyone who runs illegal operations like that would probably end up getting sentenced to death. The retirement homes and graveyards are full of 08ers rambling about their cars with drive tool. Can we ban that guy? Get him at it. Ban him. Get him out. Hey, you don't understand how good the drive tool cars were. They were fun. They actually were kind of fun though, because you could they always went really fast, and they're also very janky. But if you knew how to drift, the drifting was fun. They could turn on a dime too. I feel like this game would sustain itself though, because like I said, the only way for someone to just completely dominate the entire map would be to somehow create such a large-scale business that they're able to fund the property taxes for owning the entire map. And that would only be if there was enough money being generated from, I guess, cash being purchased with Robux and any other natural generations of money. Because there would probably have to be some other way to generate money outside of just giving me money. Back in my day, our cars used to be fast and drift. They did, and it was amazing. I don't know how there could be a natural way to earn money, because we've got a way for money to exit the economy in terms of taxes, like property taxes. So that solves inflation, but we do not have a way for money to be introduced to the economy. This outside of just buying it. Money printers. No, that's buying it with Robux. That's a money printer. There had to be some kind of way for players to... Maybe there could be wandering traders that aren't associated with whatever the current business empire is. You can sell your raw materials to them. We're gonna Gmod Dark RP this. You're paralyzed, or probably not anymore, because the match ended. No. Bro just said no. Yeah, this could be a really, really, really cool game. I mean, again, we're just talking about real life in a game. But what if all the taxes were evenly distributed once per house to all the players? I'm not creating welfare. We're not helping, bro. Maybe not equal, but based on some sort of metric. Nah. I'm not creating freaking welfare. Be homeless. How did money laundering as a mechanic work? You're already trying to find ways to evade your taxes? Come on, man. I'm the government in this game. You're gonna evade the taxes to me? I'll spend your taxpayers' dollars well. Trust me. Today a sub was doing the old one person at a time, and you had to piss. It took a minute of begging. What? What are you talking about, Pigeon? Is it... Huh? We need to put the taxes back into the economy somehow? No, that doesn't... The tax money doesn't have to be put back into the economy. There just has to be some money put back into the economy. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now, Pigeon. They're only letting one person go at a time. Storm cell, be transparent. What tell us what to use our tax dollars for. In this theoretical scenario, I would literally just be eating them. They would just be gone. Gone. Reduced to ashes. Deleted from the game. Or that, or I could just put them all in my personal account. Everyone has to pay me for property tax. And so when I join the game, I just dwarf all the big tycoons. What if you hire people to make bills with their personal accounts? No, I'm not going to become my own business. No, the money would just be destroyed. Your 2 bottles in the backpack if the sub was stubborn enough to not let you go. Oh, the substitute teacher. I see what you're talking about now. A substitute teacher wasn't letting anyone, like they're only letting one person pee at a time. Like if you paid someone make a dedicated statue to you or something using taxes. Every time you don't pay taxes, President Stormcell starves. Pay your taxes now. I would enjoy playing the role as government. It's kind of like the dungeon master, you know, in D&D, except far less involved. I'd really just be there to play the role of take money, banks. I mean, there could be banks. The question is though, like, do you let players start their own banks or do you make them yourself? I would say let players start their own banks, and then those banks can become bankrupt. The Stormcell Bank. Just to be clear, we can still overthrow the government. No, the government is impenetrable, and any attempts to do so will be met with a very, very large defense budget. You're gonna rob those banks. Now you fail to understand. I mean, I put all that tax money towards a very, 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 very large defense budget. Like, there's no welfare, there's no foreign relation. No. No. And here in managed democracy, we put everything towards the defense of our nation. 99% of the money goes to a mega nuke. That's the entire defense budget, just one big ass bomb. So you can nuke someone's land if they rob you. True. True. Can you legalize murder? I'm going to rob those banks. It's not that kind of game, unfortunately. So if anyone pissed you off, what the more taxes the stronger the nuke got. So if anyone pissed you off, the whole game ended if enough taxes were paid. Now, as soon as the people are no longer deemed worthy and like I need to reset the world, the entire thing just gets fucking bombed. And the game is taken down for several days due to nuclear radiation. It needs to clear out. You know, just a few days. It'll be right and ready in just a couple of days for everyone to do all over again. Noah's Ark, but instead of a boat, it's a bunker. Yeah. Like I said, though, here in managed democracy for Super Earth, of which I am the president, archive the old builds and just make a new continent. I'm sitting here thinking, like, what if I let people join the military in this game? But I don't think there's that would I think that would get too much in like those roleplay groups, and that's cringe. Bribe politicians? No, this is managed democracy. I am the politician. You can only visit a ruined version of the old builds. Stormcell City nuked. You people couldn't behave. Look, there's too much online dating happening in my city. I needed to reset it all. Boom! The power of the sun, the palm of my hand. Here comes the sun. Anytime like the world gets reset, you just hear that start playing. Here comes the sun. People like look up in the sky and they see like a bright light coming down. Everyone gets kill banned. The entire world gets wiped. Whole new players were starting all over. Killed them all. Banned them. Kill banned. Can we add Jerry Juice as a power up? Where your hits have a chance to randomly crit. 2 times damage. Like political parties. No, I'm not doing all that. It's just your face pinned to the Helldiver screenshot that Enno posted. Level 219. Nice, nice. I think this sounds like a very hilarious game. But of course, not necessarily sustainable. Level take away Pigeon's golden stick. Huh? The age requirement for running for politician is under 100, but since Storm is only immortal, he's always the one. Oh, over 100. But since Storm is immortal, he's the only one that ever runs. He's the only option for voting. There could be like a townhouse where you can vote for president. It's always just me. And V4, will it tell us how many knocks we got in the game? Yes, it will. I actually was working on that recently. Coming Canes, yo, what's up, dude? What's up, Coming Canes? Good to see you. Finna grab a sniper. Would be ready for Mr. Cell or Storm. Anyone who doesn't vote for me or tries to write in someone else is just instantly bombed. Here in Managed Democracy, we only give you the right options. The Ministry of Truth has calculated these two candidates, Stormcell and Stormcell, as being the people's favorite option, saving you time by giving you less options, so that you can practice more allegiance to freedom and democracy. Red Storm. Ah, yes. The two political parties, Red Storm Cell versus Blue Storm Cell. Who will win this time? Which politician do you vote? So Storm Cell also has an ego. He established himself as a religion as well. Go to the Church of Storm Cell. No, I wouldn't do that. You want to see a game where you're a representative of a political party, you try to get Blue Storm Cell / Red Storm Cell elected. Well, so you're just like my campaign manager? The Golden Storm Cell religion. Pray to the Illumina or pray for mercy. What, so it's North Korea? Notice a lot of people want your golden stick taken away. I might be abusing it, just being a bit too much. Ah. The Devil's Green Cell. Can we add Green Storm Cell as a third party that has like 0.01% of the vote? Yeah, the Green Storm Cell is, what is it called? The Green Party? Isn't that what it's called? Like that one third party that kind of like tries to be relevant sometimes in America? Isn't it called the Green Party? Or is that in Europe? I don't know. No, they're so irrelevant. I can't remember. You think when you're captured, there's be less clicks, no square for small maps and splats, blah, blah, blah. That entire mini game is getting completely replaced in V4, so it's not worth talking, or like not worth like tweaking it right now. Besides, you're not meant to escape. You got caught. You know, that's meant to be like a it happens sometimes thing. You're not meant to escape. It's meant to be hard. And it will remain that way in V4 too. Gustav's meme in OG chat is fucking hilarious. Wait, check. I want to see it. I want to see it. It's a pretty good meme. It's a pretty good meme. Yeah, we managed to fill the entire stream just by talking about business. I mean, this is literally the business game. This is business in the purest way it could be. This is truly a business moment. Business simulator. It's beautiful. V4 canceled. I'm gonna go work on business simulator now. That was fun. Okay, time to forget it forever. No more business simulator. See what's on Discord. So you got dank memes. Ooh, a 9 rounds revolver. Very nice, very nice. Some anime, as per usual, as expected. You know, flying a plane, flame falls apart. Yep, I believe it. It's fun coming up with ideas that will never happen. Hey, you never know. You know, we all got a lot of life left. You know, it's not going to take me 30 years to make V4. Stop typing now, fam. Stop typing. When Evolve Wizard deployed, it literally says Eva Wizard. Does it actually? I love Wizard. I love like the little character from Clash of Clans. You're not listening to me, bud. You're in an intense game of Connect 4. My guy, you literally just responded to me when I said your name. You're definitely listening to me. B4 is coming out in 2028. Yep, it is. Oh, 2028 years. Okay. I see. You have so little faith in me. Because you heard your name. Nah fam, nah fam, nah fam, nah fam, nah fam. Nah fam, nah fam, nah fam. I'm trying to distract you so you lose your Connect 4 game. Are you playing that one Connect 4 game and that one emote game that really always sits and wastes time in? Is that what you're doing? I bet that's what you're doing. But yeah, this game would be really cool. You are, yeah. Alright. To close off our conversation about this theoretical game that might never live, give me a name for it. Give me a name for this game. What should this game be called? Like Business Simulator, Land Ban, Black Tar Heroin, John Business World. Business World kind of makes sense. City with 2 eyes, probably a typo. Matthew McClough 7. Yeah, that's a pretty good name, that last one. I think we're going to call it Matthew McClough 7. It's a typo. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to call it City now. With 2 eyes. It will be pronounced City. And if anyone pronounces my game City wrong, execution. Death ban. Death ban. Everyone says it wrong. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not Matthew McClough 7. The extra I is for ice cream. There's an ice cream truck that is kind of... There's an ice cream truck that drives through the city. That's where new money comes in. You sell the ice cream and your raw materials. Business Simulator. Spelled wrong on purpose. Like, I can't call it... I mean, obviously it's not. It's just... We're just, coming up with something for fun. But we can't call it Simulator, though. We can't call it Simulator, though. Ice cream man's a gamble? He's not. He gives you fixed rates. 50% chance to disappear for... Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you sell to the ice cream man or interact with him, there's a 50% chance to disappear from the game. Just get banned. Kidnapped. Actually, the way money is introduced is when it sometimes rains money. Dude, imagine if somebody... Okay, this is getting into like some crazy stuff. Imagine if somebody jailed off the like the spawn, like the world spawn. They bought all the land in the world spawn, and then made a prison out of it. So they literally just imprisoned the entire population of players, and then give them horrible rates in the existing amenities that are in there. They make it to where only approved people in their empire, like in their employment, only their best employees can leave via like player only doors. Like a 2B2T cash farm, yeah. Yo, Roblox adds IP banning. Yeah. So an HOA, I don't know what that is. I should try that at a hospital. Same thing but IRL, making life miserable for the new gens. Yeah, imagine somebody encases the entire the homeowners association. Oh, that's what HOA is. Yes, the homeowners association. Yeah. AKA Monopoly. That's one way to shut the server, like shut the game down, is just buy out the entire world spawn. The thing is, though, like if people like rejoin the game back where they were when they left the game, it wouldn't really quite be very effective to do that. Like you could trap new players, but like there's always gonna be people like in the far lands, who aren't, confined yet, unless you have somehow like killed them or, tricked them into going back into your little prison. To avoid that, just make it so new players jump down into the sky and into the city. I'm sure they'd find a way to kidnap people. Actually, you're probably right. If you make it to where if people can like build houses and like if players have to respawn the same location, they could just trap somebody. Like you could like bring somebody. Like you could kidnap people in this game. You you could extort people. You could be like, look, I trapped you in here. Like trick people to getting onto your land, then like build a wall behind them and be like, you're trapped in here now. You literally can't leave unless you give me your entire inventory. Ransom in Roblox. Dudes, you could add ransoming prisoners and you add ransoming and prisoners debt. You used to do that in Theme Park Tycoon, do? My man. Dude, in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I made like a huge pit, put a bunch of people in there, and I made like one elevator to get out. It cost $100. Storm is legit explaining kidnapping right now. Storm is giving us a 10-step plan on how to kidnap the world population. That sounds like something I would do in the game, honestly. Imagine getting kidnapped by the fucking developer. You get kidnapped by the developer. And the developer just goes, "Hey kid, give me your whole inventory. You're never getting out of here." That's absolutely something I would do, though. And never let Stormcell run for president. He'll treat the country like a sandbox. And why is that a problem? You bet someone would invent tax evasion by exploiting bugs. I'll have to make it bugless. And if they evade my taxes, it's death ban. I'll put them in prison. I'll put them in prison for like 2 real world weeks. You evaded taxes, jail. Jail for you. Jeff Bezos never paid taxes. I'm sure that's only partially true. V4 is actually Storm running for president. You got this, Storm. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think this game could be amazing. I really think this game could be absolutely amazing. Breaking news. The President of the United States has built a hole and is charging citizens $100 to exit. You go to jail for a bit longer for not paying taxes in real life. Well, look, this isn't real life. This is a game, okay? And I still want those people to play my game. He outsmarted the IRS and I completely evaded them. That's called evading. I can't even make the V4 comes out when Friday Night Funkin' gets an update anymore. Huh. I don't know about the Friday Night Funkin' thing. Just permaban the tax evaders. Add the IRS. Oh, you're talking about if I... Oh, you're talking about if I actually became president. No, no. I'm talking about my game. He outsmarted them legally. Interesting. I need whatever accounts he got his hands on. Yeah, I'm gonna run for president, guys. I'm sure my opposing party will be paying people to go through all these VODs. So if you're someone from an opposing party in the future, I'm about to win, nerd. Get a better job. Go work at McDonald's. Your party sucks, and your guy that you're working for, my opponent, he likes pineapple on his pizza, so he's bad, and I should win. Not him. You should sabotage him. You should quit. You should post all of his secrets on social media for fun. Post in the Thug Shaker Discord. Breaking news. Hi feds. Breaking news. Stormcell buys Roblox. Just to rename it to Captivator Gaming. Now I buy Roblox, and then I delete all the other games. Just Captivator. Isn't your opposing party green and red Stormcell? Or do you mean IRL? I mean IRL. US President Stormcell is making toilets cost $100 each and 20 feet holes to trap them inside. Start a poll on which color I should use. What do you mean? Which color Stormcell should be president? And there's very good ways to abuse people in this game, though. Like I said, though, that'd be absolutely hilarious. Imagine some kid learns the hard way not to trust people. Because little Timmy goes over there and he's like, "Oh, a new friend." Tommy's like, "Hey, come to my place. I have free items for you. I like to help new players out." Timmy walks into his yard. Suddenly, a gate pops up. "You are now trapped in my domain, Timmy. Work this machine, Timmy." President of the United States has created $1 million bill with his face on it. Little Timmy didn't read the fine print, now he has to work off his debt. Clash Royale's making a 12-win challenge to capture the cripple card. If you don't win by launch day, your account's just banned. Oh well. I guess I'll finally be done with that shit. But no, imagine, like people, I was talking about earlier about like ransoming Little Timmy, but imagine he gets kidnapped in this game. They don't offer like a bail for him. They just say, okay, I have some machines here. I have a business here that you could work from inside this compound. You can only leave after you make me $2,000. There would have to be some kind of system where people could, you know, get out. Why does Storm love talking about kidnapping and how to do it and how to profit from it? Listen, I like villager farms in Minecraft. Look, dude, I made, like, my first game that got popular was Escape Jail Obby. This is a game about kidnapping people. We're playing a game about kidnapping people. He has experience. Yeah, I've made a game about kidnapping people. I actually do have experience. But no, I made a game about kidnapping people. Okay? I don't think this is any like great surprise. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. Future kidnapper. Future? I've actually done this in Minecraft before. Me and the boys playing Minecraft faction. No, we didn't kidnap people. What we would do is the way Minecraft factions works is the whole like thing that makes it factions is you can claim like a plot of land. Active kidnapper, retired kidnapper. Now you can claim like chunks of land, and only you can build on that land. And so, like you and like the rest of your faction, like your group, right? And so the way it worked is we would claim some land like way deep down underground, and we would set what's called our faction home to a specific block in that land. What the faction home does is any player who's in the faction could teleport to that faction home. So what we would do is we would trick people into joining our faction and then coming to the faction home where we were, right? However, that faction home was set up on a very specific block, okay? When people joined and then teleported to the faction home, what would happen is they would be unable to move because that block was in a 1x1 block cell. However, I left out a very, very critical detail. It was a 1x1 block cell, yes, but that is horizontally. No, this cell was very, very tall vertically, actually. Think like 30 blocks, 40 blocks. And we had one of our boys stationed at the top. Ready with an anvil. And so as soon as some unsuspecting poor kid joins our faction and teleports to the faction home, think he's going to get some friends to play Minecraft with. He just dropped an anvil on his ass. Oh, that was fun. There's nothing more fun in Minecraft than dropping anvils on people. Oh, that was fun. And of course, we would take their items too. We would loot their dead bodies. They never really had much good stuff, but sometimes they did. Some did have like diamond armor and stuff, and so we would loot that shit. Y'all like a cartoon. Me stealing your cat. Your cat privileges have been revoked. Hey, that was the good old days. That was back when all of Swado was playing Minecraft. Very, very rare occasion. Heck, that was back when they still played games. I am the only gamer remaining now. I'm the only one who remained. Well, I mean, you know, Skelly's gaming a bit, it seems, playing Subnautica over there, but... Get him! Get him! Get bonk. Mulder alert. My name is Pigeon with nerd emojis. Hey, you got a new friend. The body was never found. People getting so mad at us. They were talking in public chat about how we were trappers and all this other stuff. I'm like... So, the the efficacy of this would decrease over time as the server came to learn that we were terrible people. The thing is, though, that's the thing about factions is you're literally meant to steal from each other and raid each other. So it was contextual to the game. It was just really, really cheap what we were doing, but really, really funny. It's a worthy trade-off. So idiot should probably have an age requirement. Nah. Let little Timmy learn from a young age when he gets his only Roblox account trapped in a farm. Matt and Pigeon are canon enemies. Have y'all ever seen that one video where like the European guy is telling the bird to shut the fuck up and he keeps like, the bird just keeps going, you know? And then finally the guy just like closes his mouth. Have y'all seen that video? That's what that reminds me of. I don't think people should be able to practically enslave children. They don't make good workers. Nah, I'd have to think there's some kind of way to get out. I think it'd be funny as all get out if that was possible to do to other players, but it's not good for the health of the game. You'd find it funny for silly trap has caused people to get trust issues. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. But yeah, I think this pretty cool game idea. In City, you could practically jail people and force them to pay a debt. Yeah, create your own prison system, guys. I am a business owner in this game. I run a prison. It's not filled with criminals. It's just filled with people that I found that accidentally walked onto my turf. Imagine you made some kind of funnel, like you made some kind of like a trap, right? Like you made some kind of trap, and so even like when you're offline, people will just be exploring and walking around the map, and they would like walk to your place, and they would not realize it, but they would fall in and not be able to get out. See what I mean? You could offline farm, and you could have like a little sign in there set up that says you've been trapped by the, you know, whatever corporation, or like whatever your evil organization's name is. And they have like a door that only opens when you give it a certain amount of money, and like a bunch of machines in there to work on to make profit for the owners of the prison, owners of the trap. City is a funny name because it sounds like a WiiWare game. Store needs to realize water buckets and elytras exist. Big holes don't really work. I'm not talking about in Minecraft. I'm not talking about in Minecraft. Also, if we're talking about water buckets, that's placing a block. That's assuming that people have editing permissions in that chunk, even if this was Minecraft. But we're not talking about Minecraft here. We're talking about a theoretical game we've been talking about making. A theoretical, real-world simulator type game. You thought bro was still on about factions? No, I'm not. I was done telling that story. Yeah, there would have to be some kind of way. It's like I don't really know. It's hard to like figure out a way for people to untrap themselves, because you don't want to let people just like fly or teleport around or whatever. So the thing about that is that if you did that, then no one would have any privacy in that game, because then people just teleport, you know, past their walls or into their houses. So like if you get trapped by another player, it'd probably have to be some kind of maybe you could like teleport back to the world origin or something. You know, something like that. But then again, it kind of would diminish the importance of some kind of like train system or like transport, you know. Maybe you're able to teleport to your own land, so only the poor are permanently imprisoned. If you don't own land, you don't have prison protection. But then again, it's like which piece of land do you teleport to, you know? And then people could just buy one bit of land and use it as like a teleport location, like a fast travel location. That would really upset the balance of a lot of things. Prison insurance. Yeah, this game is health insurance. If you randomly get a heart attack, you won't get forked for $1 billion bill from the hospital. This is the biggest. Most accurate representation of real life ever. No, it doesn't mind. Shut up. Shut up. You pay a fee per day. If you get jailed, you get some compensation teleported to the prison insurance station. So basically, you have to have prison insurance to be able to call 911 to help you when you've been kidnapped. Now, that'd have to be some kind of, like... It probably had to be the same in the way of, like, you can teleport to, like, the world of origin. Like, the spawn point of the world. Whatever that may be, right? Because if you let people teleport anywhere, even, like, to their own plot of land, then that would create the problem of, like, transportation would mean nothing. Like, the whole, like, train business, quote-unquote, would not be viable. And so it wouldn't even be worth making something like that. Hold on. Chill. Chill, sir. Chill. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of that one old Roblox game called Welcome to Roblox Building. Because there was like 9 plots of land in that game. And the different players could like build on these plots of land. And of course, with that, if you're crafty like me, you can throw special objects in the path of other people's builds. There's just one item called Incinerator Pad, and if you learned how to make pad launchers, you could actually launch active incinerator pads into other people's builds and then burn them up. It was really fun. People got pretty upset, but it was pretty fun. What if you had squatters' rights? I don't know how that would work. Imagine getting like a cell of your land taken away just because some random little Timmy. Like imagine if like you're an adult or something, like you have a job, you play this game in your free time, you get home from a long 12-hour shift and you find out that little Timmy's been AFKing on your land for like 3 days. They just have this ugly hole. You hit him through the wall with the tiniest tip of the gold stick. He was so far off in the corner. Nice. Nice. A gold stick Mulder. Yo, what's up, Super? You've come just in time. In Roblox. Watching Rumi try on outfits. What? Yo. I've got my name in all caps from Super for so long now. I feel like something bad's going to happen soon. But yes. Hello, Super. Welcome to Captivator Gaming, where we play Captivator every day. We're talking about late-stage capitalism and how we can apply it to a kid's game. Get her trying Helldiver outfit. Yeah. Look. She barely opens the game. Because she hates freedom. Yes, what the heck, I agree. Demoted. We can only have moderators here who like freedom. Who like managed democracy. This sounds like the name of a presentation Builder Man would do. What does? What sounds like the name? Checking out the changing colors. Are we now red? Have you not seen it yet? The rainbow color pattern? Interesting. Yeah, I think this game will be very, 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 very fun. And potentially very, 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 very profitable. For me. These big tycoons in the games think that they're winning while me in the background collecting tax money. How can we implement capitalism to a children's game? I'm not the first person to ask that question, I'm pretty sure. Can you sell organs in the game on the black market? No. No. Sadly, no. And running away from the person using voice chat. I can hear EA knocking. Hello, chat. Hi, Wyatt. You've made it just in time for the end of stream. Congratulations. Welcome to stream. Our obligated Wyatt visit. The Wyatt experience. I was about to say the obligated Wyatt experience. We've already had that experience. Wyatt, were you here yesterday? Wyatt is here when you asked. Wyatt is here to ask when you get home tomorrow. I get home at approximately 3 p.m. Central Time. I taunted you with Helldivers. What do you mean? Oh, right. Yeah, you were here. Yeah. I remember now. Hey, level 174, and you called it, Kane. It's very nice. Yeah, we've been basically discussing this entire stream how to implement late-stage capitalism into a children's game. That was a great session yesterday. Sure it was. I was having a fantastic time. Nothing was wrong. Let's do it again. Right, I'm banning Wyatt. I'm theoretically banning Wyatt. I've tried to already. Bans just don't work on her. They just don't work. I've tried banning her on everything. Roblox, Twitch, Discord. It just doesn't work. Even my own custom ban system, for some reason, it just won't ban Wyatt. I will be expecting you. Or you, I will be expecting, okay. A call from you. How do we make the most pay-to-win game that isn't pay-to-win? She doesn't make alt her account is just unbannable. No, she is just unbannable. That's the thing. At 3:30. Okay, Wyatt. I'll make sure to put some time aside for you at 3:30. Yeah, my busy schedule. Not sure what your view of the live Twitch is very blurry and laggy. I think it's just you. It's probably your internet. Or maybe my internet sucks now, even more than normal. If you're awake by then, you might not be. So you're telling me that by the time I get home from work, and by the time I get home, shower, piss, watch TikTok, you're still not gonna be awake. No, why? I can't be there at 4 a.m. If I was there at 4 a.m., I'd be there until 6 a.m. and then I just basically shouldn't sleep before I go to work. Look, Wyatt, if you want me to be able to be there at 4 a.m., you're going to have to help me out here. I need you to make Captivator popular for me. I can quit my job. Can you do that? Can you pull some Wyatt magic and just make Captivator instantly popular? I'm talking like 1,000 to 2,000 concurrent players at all times. Something like that. You think you can make that happen for me? I'll add cat girls to Captivator. I mean, that would probably do the trick. Yeah, you're right. As long as you make him and not me, because I cannot do soft body modeling, because I suck. And I do not understand anatomy. That's why I only model inanimate objects. Because unfortunately, I am not that good at Blender yet. I'll get there. Maybe. Let Wyatt take over the game. She clearly gets it. Learning male anatomy was very interesting. I already knew male anatomy. I suddenly don't like pigeons, says Matt. I wonder why. I wonder why. But yeah, Wyatt, we have discussed a very intricate plan for a game that maximizes capitalism in a children's game. Your Pinterest consists of shirtless men for like 3 weeks. Excuse me? Man, last night you said that... Last night you're telling me how to maid outfit, and now you're telling me that your Instagram or your Pinterest is full of shirtless men. I'm raising an eyebrow, ma'am. Male and at practice was filled with shirtless men. Was. I see. Drawing purposes. That doesn't make it sound any better. That doesn't make it sound any better. No, I'm just messing with you. Don't pull a little sad face in my chat. No sad faces. Everyone knows what we have to draw. Maybe it wasn't a bad thing. Oh, I thought that was a super clone. That's just a regular super. And now she's a fast super. Thankfully, she's not charged. She's charged. She gets lucky twice, and I get knocked. Okay. Oh, you had to draw them shirtless before you put clothes on. Okay, what kind of class did you take? And why is this like an accredited course? War crime tier list. Harming a medic who is unprovoked. W or L war crime. Okay, I should not say that. I mean, it's not that like it's like innately inappropriate. It's just not funny. There's no punchline. Like there's no, you know, hook. There's nothing. It's just being edgy. Your yapping essay is almost done. Good luck with your yapping, Wyatt. I would say, do you need me a proofread, but TLDR. And you've been roomy. Congratulations. It's almost business time. True, it is. We have business in 5 whole minutes. In fact, this is our second to last match before Biffniff. Punching a baby's... What? Okay. Wyatt's trying to make special win conditions for herself. Okay, well, yeah, that's already one condition, actually. The whole thing with me and Wyatt is that if she wins business, I give her $5 in like the Discord shop or something. Oh, for 2 Genshin pulls. Well, I guess I'll have to find a more complex method of transferring you $5 then. But yeah, if she wins business, I just give her $5. All in favor of timing this energy fellow? Go for it. PayPal. That does work actually. Yeah. That's only if she wins business, and she's very rarely here. She never wins business, so probably never gonna happen. A whole 2 Genshin pulls gone because she's never here for business. A shame. Venmo? I don't have Venmo. Whoa! Got him. Got him. Got him. Not be confused with gat him. Got him. Big difference there. Big difference for all of you TikTok degen nerds out there who like skibbity toilets. Oh. And Matt gave Red a key. Unbelievable. Oh. And Super is now in a cage. A capsule of her own creation. $5 can get you 1 case and 1 key in CS. Ooh. Nafam makes a very good point. You could either buy 2 Genshin pulls, which will probably get you shit, or you can get 1 case and a key in Counter-Strike Global, or Counter-Strike 2. And with that, you could resell it if it's bad to make some of your money back. And she says, and that's a good deal. Better than wasting away money on your waifus and such. Yes. I fail to see how we are incorrect here. I fail to see how we're incorrect. You can get a really expensive knife and sell that for more Genshin pull. True. How come some people have stopped capti boosting, by the way? Used to be so common. I don't know. People are just maybe playing them more on autopilot than they used to. Because we've been playing this so fucking much. But this is going to be our last match of the night, which means it is our business match. So the first person to send me a trade when I say the word business will be privy to tonight's business, where you get a random item from my inventory in exchange for one from your own. Again, first person to send me a trade. First person. Matt is spreading misinformation. He's lying to you all. He's very strategically sabotaging you, actually. But thankfully for you guys, you're all faithfully listening to the stream, which means that you get the most crisp, updated information on when and where I will say the word business in chat. Just like that. Man, I did it at the beginning, so y'all are going to have to wait a long time now to try and figure out who is the winner of tonight's business. You clicked inventory, not trade. L. 100% did not win that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe everyone else 200% did not win that, and then maybe you won. So Let's see. Portal's at 60%. Match ends in just a few minutes, so we'll see. Super's too short to reach the ladder. You had to go get your mom because her stuff was boiling. Oh, so you missed it. Oh, you missed the beef niff. My $5 is saved. Let's go. You click trade twice by accident. Yeah, I saw the notification like come up and leave real quick. Don't worry, Wyatt. We'll get you another waifu whenever we pull again. Probably. We'll see though. We'll see. He did business just to despise Wyatt. True. True. I secretly hate Wyatt. On opposite day. I'll see you at 4 a.m. Okay, please. No, I take it back. I take it back. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I'm just gonna get like lightly nudged in my sleep at 4 a.m. Wyatt's gonna be standing there at my bedside. It's time for Genshin pulls. It's not a secret. If I want business, do bonus business for others. Who won? Please let me, I beg. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you all for coming to tonight's Captivator Gaming. Now, the winner of tonight's business is the first person to send me a trade request. And that person is... Okay. Pigeon, can you just like stop doing this point? A person's pigeon. This is fake. Putting my own chat message and reading it. Rigged. That's what I have to say. Rigged. It's third person. No, yeah, you forced you with one be third person. It's freaking. Accepted it. Well, yeah, hurry up. Hurry up. There. Fuck, I clicked on that. Dude, this dude can't stop winning. I closed my eyes, flung my mouse over, and it happened to be like one of the most loved legendaries in the entire game. Well. This man cannot stop winning. Hi, Rumi. This man cannot stop winning. Storm is picking sides, siding with the pigeons. I learned a new business winning trick so far, but you only told Sierra in it. I might just have to make a randomizer in V4. Might just have to. But anyway, pigeon's the winner of tonight's business, I guess. So, get good, I guess. This dude wins too much. Anyway, thank you guys for coming tonight. It was really fun to talk about late stage capitalism and how we can implement that in children's games. So, thank you all so much for coming to tonight's Captivator Gaming. I will see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. But until then, take care of yourselves. Love you all. Peace. Where's my stop button? There it is. Peace.